Hey motherfuckers. Let's try this again. Hey motherfuckers, it's Johnny Crass, coming to you live and in person. Per usual, sound might be kind of shit. Um, we'll work on that. If it's too shit and you can't hear me, just leave a comment. We'll fix that in upcoming episodes. Alright, so what this video is going to be about is the list I'm going to be taking to Quake City and kind of how I expect it to do, the missions at Quake City, and kind of a general overall feel for the tournament. I'm not taking the list I took to Saws. In fact, I'm not even going to take Chaos Dwarves off the shelf again, probably for another year. Maybe wait until 9th edition to put them in the tournament scene again. So that really means that we have to kind of be working with something new for this tournament season. So I'm going to be trying to do a hybrid army. That is an army that can count for multiple things, depending on comp, feel, and just overall whatever. So what we're taking to Quake City is a Warriors list. The list is pretty simplistic. It's what I've been hammering out for a while now. And yeah, it's just really simple, really straightforward. Smash Mouth, Smash Mouth simple, drunk Warhammer, because I have no intention of being sober this Quake City. Last Quake City, I was slightly drunk, but I was doing really well, and I thought I could crack the top 5. That went horribly wrong for me in my game 3. You can probably find that video somewhere. So yeah, talking about the Quake list. So the Quake list is as follows. Demon Prince, because Demon Princes are amazing. Chaos Familiar, Scaled Skin, Charm Shield, Dragonbane Gem, Level 4 on Slanesh, Chaos Armor, and Wings. 5 spells on Slanesh. He flies around. He doesn't die. He doesn't really fuck shit up that hard. But he doesn't die, and 5 levels of Slanesh magic is insane, because quite honestly, I argue that Slanesh magic is better than death. That's really saying something, considering death. If you haven't played against death in 8th edition, you haven't been playing 8th edition. Yeah. So, carrying on with the filth is, of course, Throgg. Any good Warriors list should have Throgg in it. He moves one of the best units in the game into core, which, why wouldn't you run the best unit in the game in core? Then we have Exalted BSB, Tallyprez, Third Eye, Mark of Zench, Great Weapon, Battle Standard, and Demonic Mount. It's not a barded mount. Just couldn't get the points in for him. So he's got a 3-up, and second 3-up's a ward save. He's the normal Zench BSB dude, just a little bit fragiler, but overall still fucking hard as nails. Then for core, we have 2 9-packs of trolls. Make them look the same so no one knows where Throgg is going. Then 10-pack of Marauders with Mark of Khorne, a champion, and a banner. We'll cover why they have a champion here in a little bit. 6 Marauder Horsemen, Mark of Slanesh, Light Armor, Flails, Musician, Standard. That rounds out core. Got a Chimera with regen, no breath weapon. I found the breath weapon makes them too expensive. Um, Chimera's already real expensive, but it's more there for a hobby thing than anything. 3 Skullfuckers, because Skullfuckers are amazing. Gleaming Pennant and Sorcelled Weapon, standard. Uh, there's nothing they really can't do. And then Giant with Mark of Nurgle. T6 Giant actually makes them semi-viable. Not really that viable, but better than normal Giant. So, how I expect the list to do. The list can play itself. Besides bad dice rolling, the list plays itself. You don't even need to be conscious to play the army. So it should do fairly well. Push it forward, cast cacophonic at things and acquiescence at things. Take it off. As far as the missions go, most of them require fortitude. A few of them require champions or units that can carry a banner to hold an objective or grab an objective. Originally, the only core in the army was the trolls. I've realized that I need cheap objective grabbers and objective holders. That's where the marauders come in. I tried to replace them with warriors, but warriors are just too fucking expensive and die pretty much the same as a marauder. The juggers have a banner so that they can take a table, quarter, or grab an objective. As far as bad matchups go, the Dark Elf Cav matchup is kind of a bad one, but Slanesh Magic equalizes that. The Double Frost Heart Star Dragon matchup I've found is kind of bad, but Throgg can kill a Frost Heart. The Demon Prince with magic can kill a Frost Heart. And then I just have to try to contain the Star Dragon for 6 turns, which normally I seem to lose against, but what are you going to do? Other than that, I don't think the Dwarf matchup's as bad as I originally thought. Dwarf shooting took a major hit, so did their magical defense. Means Slanesh Magic just walks all over them. I've played the Ogre matchup at least a dozen times now with this list. Slanesh Magic just once again walks all over them. Giving cats Frenzy is something I found to be hilarious. Giving the Gut Star Phantasmagoria is a must stop. They normally let Acquiescence go through because they don't understand how good it is, and CAC can take off a Mournfang unit. I don't know the Wood Elf net list yet. It may be a problem for me. Shadow Magic and a fuck ton of Way Watchers could be really bad for the list, but they don't seem to have a lot of flaming in what I've seen. So I'm thinking just take off any flaming unit they do have, and then just shove the trolls at them. Just hope the trolls do the job while the rest of the army hides in the back of the board and conserves points. There's no real other bad matchups. Orcs and Goblins are kind of always been a nightmare for Warriors, and they're kind of a nightmare for this list. I do have Purple Sun, which is kind of my fallback position. I don't have Flaming. I don't have Redirectors. So I may struggle in some of the versus Death Star matchups. Vampire counts are another one I could see a problem with, but I think with the amount of trolls, the Night Star just will die, hopefully. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much the list in a nutshell. Um, Another thing I've been trying to do recently is I'm working on getting an invitation to Alamo. Um, it's still in the very tentative stages. Uh, I really hope to get in, but it's an invite-only, freely prestigious tournament. So if I don't get in, I don't get in. Um, I have a list for it, though. I'm not going to be taking filth to Alamo if I go. Um, from what I've heard about the tournament, it's not about taking filth. It's about having fun and getting obscenely drunk, and as a Californian, making fun of Texas accents. So the list for that is definitely going to be of the Beastman variety. Stealing a few ideas from Once Bitten for that. Going for the Minnow Star. Big Doom, either with the hat, the wizard hat, or just a mincing build with Axes of Korgor and a 1-up save. Um, then Gorbel with what's that fucking thing called? Beast Banner. Then another Gorbel with the Infinite Frenzy Sword, the one where you can't lose Frenzy as long as he's alive. I can't remember what that's called either. I'm debating a level 4 on Beasts, just on a flying carpet, flying around causing some shenanigans. The core is going to be purely Ungor Raiders. The Beastman Cloud, I think, is very underestimated. Ungor Raiders are one of the best chaff units in the game. They just happen to have landed in a really shitty book. So that's neither here nor there. And then the list gets rounded out by 12 Minotaur, full command, and that armor that gives the ward save against fire for the champion. Nothing else. Great weapons and additional hand don't matter for the Minotaurs. They're not the ones who actually fight. They're just kind of wounds for the characters. I'm considering most likely running them 4 wide. So we have the champion there. Oh, sorry, I was distracted by something. We have the champion there, and all the characters to form a wall, kind of stealing the Gutstar idea. Now, I can already hear people saying, why don't you just play ogres? It's pretty much like your list, except better. Why would I play ogres when I can play beastmen and push minotaurs around and watch as the attack count goes through the roof? Yeah, I just think it will be a really interesting list if I get to go. If not, I'll just probably be using it at local tournaments and just beating the shit out of people with a Minotaur Star. Sounds like a lot of fun. Anything else? Doing a 1-dayer in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, thereabouts. Gonna take Throgg and friends to that. So we'll let you know how that goes. Just see if the list is as fucking bent as I think it is. The only thing I wanted to do to the list that I couldn't was I wanted to put Scylla in there, give that leadership 10 bubble. But I always worry about Scylla, him being the general, him being not able to get a lookout, sir, except from Dragon Ogres, which I don't want to paint up 6 Dragon Ogres. It just does not seem like fun, especially just to be a bunker for a general. but it takes a lot of heat off the Demon Prince and off Throgg. There's Silos in the list, but that's neither here nor there. I could have dropped the Giant, but I'd rather have a Giant than Sila just for theme points. The Troll Minotaurs are pretty much almost all built up, as is Throgg. You've seen the Skullfuckers, you've seen the Demon Prince, I think you've seen the Giant, and I think you've seen the Chimera. So pretty much it's just the core I have to paint for the army. Overall, it's 35, 36 models I need to paint, which is nothing compared to what I had to paint for saws in a month. Yeah. I got some comments on the saws video. Mostly it was just welcome backs, a few from Sam Witt. And if you don't know Sam Witt, he's just some cunt from New Zealand. Yeah. But yeah, overall it was a nice welcome back. I'm really glad to be back doing videos. I plan on doing one at least once a week if I can. Probably not rambling rants anymore. The car has seen better days, and I take the bus more often than not now where I need to go. And something about yelling profanities and talking about Warhammer on the bus just seems like I might be a crazy person. Yeah, so I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in. One brave viewer. There were a few more earlier on, but you've stuck with me, and I thank you for that. So yeah, that's the video. That's the list. If I'm not too sloshed, I think I'm going to take my computer down with me to Quake City and try to actually film my games, do them live on Google Hangout. I think that would be fun. I know I was talking about doing that at Saws. I ended up taking a shit kicker list to Saws and just didn't want to distract myself. But whenever I take a shit kicker list, I tend to get my shit kicked. So we're taking something a bit more simple to Quake. So we might be able to do some live action gaming from the city by the bay. And a large contingent of alcoholics and gamers by the bay also. So yeah, until next time, this is Johnny Kress. You can follow me on Twitter at Johnny_Kress. You can follow one of my good friends who I tweet about a lot. But I don't think I'm going to mention her handle on my channel. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Yeah, I guess that's it tonight. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm supposed to be writing a paper for a final exam tomorrow, but fuck that. Warhammer's more important. Actually, I want you all to do a favor. If you're on Twitter and you don't already follow me, I'm sure you don't. I want you to follow a friend of mine. So I want you to go on my Twitter. So we're just gonna go on Twitter right now. And we're gonna go and we're gonna search for my friend. So the person I want you to follow tonight, Johnny Kress, fans and not so much fans, is at Blue, and that's BLEU, Cameo, and that's CANEO. Copper follow. And just enjoy her content, so to speak. Yeah, so until next time, this is Johnny Kress. Fuck y'all. Let me know what you think about my list. Always remember that Dispel Scrolls for a pussy. And yeah, see y'all later.